Okay, I think we're both wrong way. Good and live. Wrong way. Turn this volume down. Mic closer. Let's just double check our audio. Mic closer. Let's just double check our audio. I think we sound okay. I think we sound okay. I need a little bit of. I need a little bit of this. How's that sound? How's that sound? Or do we do it this way? Maybe that way. Or do we do it this way? Maybe that way. That sounds better. That sounds better. Okay. All right. Live. Make sure we're all up to live status everywhere. All right, my face is falling apart. It's dry weather season on top of, being absolutely miserable out for me. Yeesh. It's been a rough few days, honestly. We're here. We're alive. We're ready to do something for a little bit anyway. Don't know how long I will actually be live, but already trolls. Yeah, a lot of Candace controversies, a lot of Ilhan Omar crap been going on. Let's see what Hive Mind has to say.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. And of course, here's the meme of the day brought to you by FiveMind.com. It's always the same damn thing now, isn't it? It's always the people who espouse the most virtue, who pretend to be the most compassionate, the most philanthropic, who behind the scenes are anything but. They're doing it for themselves. And this is even more true when that philanthropy, that generosity, isn't with your own amassed riches. You're not taking money out of your own damn pocket and giving it to the needy. No, you're doing it with somebody else's money. In other words, when you're a big Democrat bureaucrat and you're trying to convince the world of just how virtuous and incredible you are, the billionaire class and the poor's peoples will solve all of your problem with his money. This is the biggest red flag imaginable. These are the people that you should run away with at the fastest speed you are capable of. Because every single time and time again, these fake virtue signalers, in this case Ilhan Omar, with her little, I'm just a public servant wanting to feed the kids, that little brand that she created. Yeah, it turns out it's a total fraud, and it's more about feeding her own personal bank account while using your money. And now it seems we've got the receipts, we've got a potential money trail here, and all of it is running right through Ilhan Omar's little political universe there in Minnesota. This is absolutely wild, folks. Ilhan Omar's political career might be coming to a crushing end. I mean, at this point, the way things are moving quickly, she might end up in a freaking penitentiary pretty soon. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here. We got some stuff to get into. Let's roll the tape. All right, folks. So we've got some interesting information coming out here. First, we've got this Fox News report that continues to show the very chummy, very close connection between these Somali food aid fraudsters and these top Democrat politicians, namely Ilhan Omar.
Well, now investigators are tracking the web of fraud to other Minnesota Democrats, such as Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Many of the suspects linked to the scheme live in her district, including a restaurant owner who hosted events for her. He has since been convicted of stealing $12 million in COVID funds.
Yes, she apparently knew nothing about these food scams, yet she was friends with all the fraudsters. And now we're learning they were even funding her campaign.
Minnesota went on a mission to create their own huge welfare system. They basically kept expanding their own state-level House and Human Services Department. It grew from $15 billion in 2022 to $23 billion in this next fiscal year, and basically 42% of all new spending goes to this welfare system that they're setting up. And most of it goes to this housing stabilization services program, which became this whole snowball of fraud, which got even more attention because it turns out a lot of the money ended up in the hands of Al-Shabaab. And the thing with this HSS program is that they designed it in Minnesota as an honor system, which I gather means that you could basically go and spend the money first and then get reimbursed by the state. And the logic here was that if you needed housing, then you should basically be able to go and just pay for it without getting approval of anything and then charge it back. So you have like some defendants, these people that called themselves brilliant minds, they defrauded the government of about $2.3 million. You have this other one called Liberty Plus Housing Consulting, where the owner was driving a Mercedes and telling his employees to bill as much as they could. Looks like they got about $1.2 million in fraudulent Medicaid funds. So then the state did this emergency executive order where they're terminating the program. But that just kicked off this whole other investigation, which honestly was crazy because then it gets into autism, where basically people start looking into the number of autism service providers in the state. And it turns out that they've increased by 700% over the past 5 years. And then it turns out that Al-Shabaab is getting a bunch of taxpayer money. And then it gets into people investigating this organization called Feeding Our Future that was getting more taxpayer money. And one of the things that set that investigation off is that this person who was also defrauding the autism program got $14 million and bought real estate in Kenya with this money. But then it starts to tie into these high-profile Minnesota politicians like the mayor. The mayor's aide actually pleads guilty in a $250 million scheme to defraud taxpayers, and it looks like maybe some of the money was making it to the mayor. And then Ilhan Omar gets involved because her deputy district director was at the party for one of the ringleaders of this fraud ring, and they were making donations to Ilhan Omar, and one of her staffers even had to plead guilty to fraud.
I mean, it's absolutely wild. Don't you find that a little bit of a coincidence? There's millions of people in Minnesota, and yet Ilhan Omar just happens to be connected to, photographed with, all of the big taxpayer fraudsters. It's certainly suspicious, but it certainly ain't freaking surprising. You know, I'm supposed to be looking at these videos going, "Ooh, color me shocked. Ilhan Omar knew these fraudsters, what?" No, of course it's not surprising, because the programs that they were using to funnel taxpayer dollars, to embezzle taxpayer dollars through, those were programs created by Ilhan Omar herself.
Can you shed any light on why the fraud got so out of control in Minnesota?
I think what happened is that, you know, when you have these kind of new programs that are designed to help people, you're oftentimes relying on third parties to be able to facilitate. And I just think that a lot of the COVID programs that were set up, they were set up so quickly that a lot of the guardrails did not get created.
She, in 2020, introduced the Meals Act, a bill that explicitly designed to loosen rules and let the USDA waive normal oversight and paperwork requirements for school programs. This was during COVID, and on paper, of course, it was for the kids, But now it seems prosecutors are saying that in reality, they loosened those rules so they could come in heavy with scammers and bleed the programs frickin' dry. All while claiming they were serving meals. They were serving phantom meals. They were doing nothing and walked off with hundreds of millions of dollars. And it was Ilhan Omar's frickin' program. But her excuse, as you heard earlier, was, "Oh, well, you know, with these big programs, we have to just trust that people are gonna do the right thing." Yeah, kind of hard to trust random people with hundreds of millions of dollars in taxpayer funds, no oversight and no transparency, as if they're just gonna do the right thing. Oh, it was just a mistake. Who could have seen it coming? It just got so out of control. What a complete joke. And keep in mind, it's been getting out of control for years and not one of them sounded the alarm. When the numbers weren't adding up, nobody raised concerns. No, they were just relying on people to do the right thing. We're supposed to seriously believe that Ilhan Omar wasn't involved. She introduced the bill, she bragged about the programs, she did the video promotions for the programs.
marka waxaan fursad u helnay in aan sharci soo gudbino oo la dhahayo Meals Act oo u fududeynayo in waqtigaanay pandemic aan ku jirno dhalinyarada iskoolka aynan joogin oo guryahooda ay joogaan.
Her Somali community allies ran the program, and then her donors and her friends freaking looted it. They took all the money. And meanwhile, as all of this is going on, as kids in Minnesota are literally being robbed of hundreds of millions of dollars that were supposed to be used to feed them. And keep in mind, this is happening in inner city communities. You know, the left's always going on and on about, oh, the kids, my black kids, we need programs to save their lives and make their lives better. Meanwhile, here they are freaking looting those programs. But I guess that's another conversation for another day. But anyways, as all of this was going on, magically, Ilhan Omar's net worth is just ballooning like you can't even imagine. Her financial disclosure in 2024 showed her household net worth somewhere between $6 and $30 million. She came into government in 2020 as a 10,000-aire. She had a few $10,000 to her name, and now she's potentially worth $30 million in 4 years on a government salary? 30 freaking million? Yeah, obviously there's a freaking racket here. The racket is people like Ilhan Omar playing these race games and these grift games and these emotional games. Ooh, elect me. I'm just a humble servant of the people. I'm part of the oppressed class and I'm here to speak on behalf of all of you. Appeal to people's good nature and then rob them frickin' blind. And then of course when the backlash comes or when people start asking questions, scream racism. Use the scarf that you wear on your head as a magic shield from all scrutiny and accountability. These people want to talk about white privilege. Yeah, I don't think it exists. But this, to me, this is privilege. Being able to oversee some of the worst fraud in American history and simply get away with it for years because if anybody questions you, well, they're automatically a racist, bigot, Islamophobic, misogynistic, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly the card they try to throw on
shield
that.
certainly worked for a while there, especially during the George Floyd era. But as we know, times are changing and they're changing quickly. The pendulum's in full motion at this point. And so let's just say I don't think Ilhan Omar is going to get away with this grift for much longer. This is looking bad. And I mean seriously
It's actually
bad.
been
It looks like they were all
significantly
connected.
like
These fraudsters,
quiet
these Democrat politicians,
lately on
from Tim
social
Walz to
media.
Ilhan Omar to Keith Ellison to Mayor Jacob Fry. They were all freaking connected. They all knew each other. It's a whole freaking rotten ecosystem in Minnesota. And basically the entire left-wing worldview collapses once again, as Ilhan Omar suggested. Well, you know, with these government programs that we're spending billions of dollars on, you just kind of have to assume that people are going to do the right thing. Yeah, well, guess what? They won't. They never will. And so maybe, just maybe, it's time to nip the bud on these generous philanthropical programs that clearly aren't doing what they're intended to do. Government, fundraisers, charities, these kinds of programs cannot be trusted because there's a perverse incentive structure that humans will abuse time and time again. Not all humans, but enough to where, you know, it just doesn't work. It consistently does not work. And Ilhan Omar proves that once again. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Oh, and it's time for Lefties Losing It.
Lefties losing it. They're losing it. Hmm. Hmm.
Watch it? You think, is it that good?
Cosplaying today is something widespread enough that many have made a career out of it.
Yep.
But it wasn't always this way. Not until the late 2010s when a legendary cosplayer, Enoko, changed the entire industry in Japan. Enoko was the first one in history to explicitly show the entire nation to a mainstream audience that cosplaying can be your job. But behind the flashy popularity were a plethora of problems. And if it wasn't for for the actions of multiple fans, she and possibly the cosplay industry would not be here today. Enoko was born in...
I feel like a lot of cosplay, like right now, is getting more and more popular. Like I even see, I mean, we had like fucking Tim Walz use the word. I mean, that guy almost was the vice president. And so like it's become super commonplace now.
1994 in the Nagoya prefecture, and she used to be the sporty kid until she was betrayed in middle school. See, there was this guy that she liked, and she wanted to give a love letter to him to confess. So she entrusted this letter to her best friend to give.
Nobody hates women more than women.
True.
Yep. And what did she do? And what did she do?
Give to the guy because she was shy, but found out a few days later that her best friend and the guy started dating.
Of course. Obviously.
Couldn't have figured that one out.
Duh. Yep.
This was how she spiraled into otome game. Dating.
So she got NTR'd in middle school by her friend, and then she became a cosplayer? How do these two things fit together?
For girls. She legitimately fell in love with the anime guys, and there was no going back. She became immersed in otaku culture. Soon, a friend first introduced cosplaying to her, and she loved it. Enoko would start dressing up in her own
So
room.
she's fucking crazy. Nice.
It was fun, but her mother did not exactly approve.
Fucking based. Yeah.
This was a time when otakus were quite looked down upon, at least much more than today, and cosplay outside of the anime sphere was this niche for weirdos.
I do feel like it's still kind of a niche, and it's not, like, super accepted, but it's a lot more accepted than it was.
Mom explicitly called her cosplaying disgusting to her.
Damn.
And even sometimes threw out her anime figures and merch.
So she tried her best for her daughter, but the girl still managed to fuck up her life. Yep, like throwing away all these anime boys. Please just find a real boyfriend. No, Mom, I was traumatized in middle school. I can only date anime guys now.
Enoko called this traumatizing, and her relationship with her mother at the time turned very sour. Regardless, Enoko persisted, and when she became old enough in high school, at 16 years old, finally managed to travel across the country to Tokyo to attend Japan's largest doujinshi fair, Comiket. This was the major turning point in her life. She didn't have a following. She was literally a random high school girl cosplaying at a big event. But as she appeared in cosplay, crowds of photographers swarmed to capture her costumes. And when those photos were posted online, word spread about this drop-dead gorgeous cosplayer.
Which is the main thing that... Have you guys ever noticed that all of the really popular cosplayers are hot girls? Am I the only one that's noticed that? What do you think the odds are? How about that?
He's 100% right.
Went viral, and many were waiting to see her again at the next event.
I bet.
Isn't this the plot to 2.5D seduction? Whatever.
Hey, guy cosplays, it's a little weird. Especially,
all roses. She had to get used to hate comments, people calling her ugly, baseless.
Some of the weirdos out there.
Yeah,
the really creepy dudes that cosplay. Seen a couple of them on the internet.
At 18 years old, with two other girls, Enoko formed a cosplay idol group, Panache.
Oh my god.
They've released a few songs, did a few live concerts, and were even invited to perform at a doujin event in China.
I don't understand this shit at all. I'm gonna be honest, like, this is just crazy to me.
But this group was short-lived and disbanded only after half a year because one of the members got a traditional office job.
Damn, she got a real job? That sucks.
left Enako at a crossroads. See, this was the time she was also just getting into uni and wasn't sure about cosplay. It was tiring to be in the spotlight, but more importantly, being a professional cosplayer just wasn't really a thing.
See, this is...
No.
Why is this girl really popular? Do you guys want to find out why? Many such cases.
Back then, it was just a hobby for otaku. It was quite literally unheard of to turn it into your job. That's why Enako decided to step away from cosplay entirely, live life as a normal uni student, and pursue a conventional career.
Oh, wow.
For her otaku
That's
side,
nice.
she actually worked part-time at a maid cafe. Normally...
There's maid caf. Oh yeah, I did know that.
They're
Okay,
all
never mind,
over.
I did know that.
This is where the tale would end, but Enako had one dedicated fan base. In her
It's a bunch of simps.
student years, fans online were constantly asking
back.
for her return,
Yep.
relentlessly. It got to the point where people from Tokyo would frequently travel to Nagoya to go to the maid cafe she was working at and keep asking her, "You wanna
Holy shit! God, guys, this is crazy.
come back to cosplaying anytime?"
Wow.
These fans' passion over time really got to Enako, and 1.5 years later, Enako wanted to answer her fans' pleas and announce her return to cosplay. But
What does it say again? I'll see if I can find it. A lot has happened since then. Support and encouragement and people have finally settled down, and we are today. I'd like to resume activities at my own pace. I look forward to your kind support with a little emoji there. Oh, wow. How cute. Wow.
cosplay. But this time, it was different. She aimed high. She set out to build a career
I mean, to be fair, like, this is a really good one. It is. This is my favorite character in Zenless Zone Zero. It almost got me to play the game.
of cosplay, something that basically did not exist at the time. As she started, it was like her high school momentum had never died. Her photos got featured at exhibitions. She rapidly got
because she's really fucking hot, obviously. Goddamn. Big surprise.
offers to cosplay official characters for game companies.
I bet.
And she even
Smart.
expanded to voice acting, starting with some mobile game roles. Then she even expanded to gravure.
Okay, so that is, in case anybody doesn't know, basically like PG-13 OnlyFans for in Japan. I'm pretty sure. Is that a relative? I think. Is that accurate?
Okay, so underwear
Software,
or bikini.
With an offer at one of the biggest gravure magazines, Weekly Young Jump. A cosplayer in a mono magazine was already a step up for this profession, and 2 months later, she would already be on the cover.
This is disgusting, Kevin. No. I don't understand. Can you show us? No, I can't.
Magazine. Quite literally the fastest in history to go from debut to magazine cover.
Man.
In 2016, only a year after returning, she was already making 1 million yen a month. But the rise...
What, how much is that in real money? $10,000 a month. Okay.
But the rise would just not stop. She
Good for
won
her.
countless rewards about cosplay, modeling, blogging, everything. She eventually even expanded to host her own radio, and then in 2018, she started writing in a monthly serialized fashion magazine.
God damn.
She writes too. How many jobs do you want? She just did things, and it would just somehow work. In that same year,
It's actually crazy. Like, it's good for me to see this because it really goes to show that working hard and really putting in a lot of time into something, you will automatically outperform so many other people in the space because the other people are lazy and stupid. Straight up. Straight up, they're lazy and dumb and they're not going to do anything. So if you just simply show up and do your job, you're going to be in a really good situation. Being hot helps a lot too. Yeah, but every other girl that's doing it's also hot. Let's be honest.
her first charity cosplay photo shoot, raising 2.68
Too many.
million yen for victims of that year's floods and earthquakes throughout
Oh, fuck.
Japan. By the
Yeah,
end of
really bad ear,
2018,
like,
Enoko was nearing
2018.
millions in followers.
Man.
Unheard of for cosplayers, and was without a doubt the #1 cosplayer in Japan.
Wow.
But let me tell you, this woman is crazy. She doesn't stop.
Gotta be.
2019 marked an important year as Enoko joined the agency PP Enterprise.
What's that?
I'm not making this name up.
Yeah.
Founded by Eneko's longtime friend and manager, Yoko Inui, Yoko had one goal: to showcase to the world that it was possible to turn cosplay into a legitimate career. That it was a legitimate
Is it really that bad? Damn. Yeah,
Adam,
like
why
it
is
can't
some
be
of
that
these are
bad,
censored?
right?
profession in the entertainment industry. Meanwhile, Eniko started her 10
Japan is
billion
just very cautious about
I can see
censorship.
why. Yep. ABC cheat the system? I guess so, right, guys?
career, entrepreneurship. She launched her own cosplay-inspired fashion and costume brand called Parlamagi, where she produced outfits and cosplay costumes. This was genius. Fans would
Great
kill
idea.
to wear Eniko-produced costumes.
That's
At
actually a
this
good
point,
idea.
Eniko was already getting
That's a
respect
really
at
great
the
idea.
national level. She
Wow.
was constantly on national TV, and in 2020,
What the fuck?
she was appointed as an official Cool Japan
What?
ambassador by the Cabinet Office of the
Oh my god.
Japanese government.
That's insane.
A cosplayer had become a government
No fucking way.
approved ambassador. I think that says something about the profession.
It
She
says
started her
something.
YouTube channel about cosplay, which
Especially
obviously
for
blew the
Japan.
hell up. And
Yeah.
then she actually announced that she was dating pro esports gamer Kenki. Damn, she got
Uh-oh. Is this
End of the arc. You got
I don't
boyfriend.
know
Nobody
what
wants
it's like
to
in
deal with you.
Japan, but I know what it's like here.
past her middle school trauma. This was surprising, as people in this field generally hide their relationships.
Yeah, exactly.
They said they wanted to make it transparent to avoid weird rumors, and
Yeah,
honestly,
true.
it was received pretty well.
Wow.
Most fans were supportive, probably because she wasn't a traditional idol. Money-wise,
Uh-huh.
Eniko and PP,
That's surprising.
Yoko actually publicly disclosed how much she makes every year, which
Uh-oh.
is, again, very
How much?
rare in entertainment in Japan. How much was she making? Well, over 100 million yen, or about 1 million US
Damn, bro, she's balling. That's pretty good.
per year
Dang,
back
good
then,
money.
and still increasing yearly.
Yeah.
And amongst this,
Good for her.
Comiket was particularly money-making. So many
Uh-huh.
people wanted to buy her photo DVDs and albums that she would
I bet they did.
gross, again, 100 million yen, or 1 million USD
Another $1 million.
in the 2 days of Comiket. 2 days?
Wait, 2 days? Oh my god. Bro, Simps in Japan go crazy. That's nuts, man.
It's
wow.
not even just Japanese
Comic-Con is
Simpsons.
crazy.
Simpson
I didn't know it was that
general.
many. Wow.
This isn't taking into account all the production costs, but still, Yoko said the reason they wanted to expose Eniko's income was for the field of cosplaying. It
be
was a
recognized. That makes
message to
sense,
the
yeah.
world. Look,
Sure.
this is how much
Look,
a
you
top
can do this.
cosplayer
Uh-huh.
can make in the entertainment industry. This industry, this profession is just as valuable as other entertainers.
Well, it's also that the thing is that this is what OnlyFans girls do, is that they post how much money they make on OnlyFans, and it's like a passive fucking advertisement, right? Because if you post that you're making a bunch of money on OnlyFans, people are going to look
join
at it and say,
OnlyFans and
wow,
start doing
well,
it.
I guess it's because it's good. And then before you know it, they're subscribing to the fucking OnlyFans. It's OnlyFans.
wanted the mass
That's
public,
why.
mass
Subscribe
media,
to the
world
OnlyFans.
accept cosplay as a possible career path, and nothing makes the case clearer than big, undeniable numbers. This really
Wow.
inspired younger cosplayers. It shows them that, yeah, it's possible. You can do it. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that Eniko made half this industry and is the reason cosplay can be so widespread and accepted today. She's the
I think that it is really popular, but I think another big reason why it's become more popular is because the media surrounding it has become more popular. Like, now you've got Kai Cenat going up on stage saying that Death Note cured his depression. Like, we on a whole different level now. And this is coming from somebody like, listen, I've said this before, right? Long time ago, is that I was in the anime club in high school, okay? This was 3,000 years ago. And my logic was obviously, of course, naturally, that if I went to the anime club at high school, then the girls that would go to the anime club in high school would look like the girls in anime. That's not what happened. So I still went, but I didn't go as often. But that was, I mean, like, I had the vision. I was like, okay, that's fine. So we're going to go there. There's going to be a bunch of hot anime girls there, and it's going to be great. And no, really, it makes sense, right? It does. It makes sense. But I was totally fucking wrong. I've never been more wrong about something in my life. Let me just tell you that.
Reason there's so much money in this industry too. However, behind all the success, behind being a pioneer, Enako still faced many problems, particularly online hate.
Something new and different.
People, particularly other cosplayers, hated the fact that she did Gravier, then became so...
Hoes mad, as always. The tale is all this. See, she going right back to middle school with this. This is the same thing. This is the villain origin story. And the more things change, the more they stay the same. Exactly. So this is one thing that girls like to do, is they like to shit on girls that do like maybe anything that's like overly sexy or something like that. Now, in my opinion, I think that if you want to do that stuff, I feel like that's like kind of a charity, right? It's kind of a good thing. It's like the Salvation Army. And, you know, hey, it's one more than another woman. Yeah, exactly, right? If you're flying high, hosts are trying to shoot down. Exactly, yeah. They'll get mad about this. And this is the same thing. So this happened, this is another example of it, is that on Chatterbait, it might have been Live Jasmine. I forgot which one. It doesn't really matter, does it? So there was a girl, and she was an anime girl. Her name was Project Melody. And Project Melody decided that she was going to do anime porn, basically, on Chatterbait. And you had all these girls that were like doing fucking double penetration for 18 viewers for 18 cents, losing their fucking mind because they're all getting like massively outperformed by this like random anime girl that's just, you know, laughing and doing this. And no, I'm being serious. What are we talking? Why are you guys hunting? No, this is what happened. I was there. So the truth is that, yeah, this is what, there is so much envy with this stuff. It's unbelievable. It's crazy.
Big. They were scared that the general public would think cosplayers are just sluts.
That's not why they were upset. They were upset because she's a really pretty girl. She's really successful, and she's getting a bunch of people that like her and that think she's hot. And then she takes a photo with these other girls, and then all the comments are about her and not the other girls. And then the other girls read those comments, they're mauling, and then they talk this shit on the internet. That's what happens. Yep.
Negatively affected Enako quite a bit, especially because she herself loved cosplay. Their goal at the agency was literally to push cosplay as a profession. Enako really got a lot of hate, and she admitted that it upsets me so much I feel like quitting cosplay.
This is what happens to so many girls. It actually is embarrassing how hostile and like abusive some of these other people are. Women are very competitive about other attractive women. That's why, what was that, like, fucking study they did where it was, like, women who perceive a woman to be more attractive than them will tell them to cut their hair short?
Every 6 months. But despite this, she was competitive and wanted to shut the haters up by being number one. Over the past few years, Enako has somehow established an even bigger name for herself. She's been the ambassador of livestream platforms, the Tokyo Esports Festa, made her own idol group called PPE41.
The fuck?
Nah, there is no way she doesn't know what she's doing. That name is diabolical. Which was supposed to be an April Fool's joke that turned out so popular, they actually started releasing songs and even performed at the Tokyo...
Yeah, I remember when that happened to World of Warcraft. They called it Mists of Pandaria.
Idol Festival. She was constantly on TV programs, won so many awards in so
Man.
many fields that I'm not reading them all. She started Twitch streaming. She rented out an entire...
What's her Twitch stream?
And any of the language.
Where is it? Where's it? Somebody, y'all find that after this?
Entire water park to bring a bunch of cosplayers together for a big swimsuit shoot. And finally, in 2025,
Of course,
the big role came. She appeared as a guest runway model at the Tokyo Girls Collection 2025.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
A prestigious fashion event. Keep in mind.
I mean, I don't, I mean, like, maybe this is like, I mean, you just walking around, right? I mean, like, god damn, people make this out to be a big deal.
Was a fashion show for top models, actresses, and Inako was a part of it. Inako was no longer just a cosplayer. She could be called the pioneer of this entire industry in the business sense.
That's nuts.
And to be honest, I don't know if there's any Japanese cosplayer even close to her popularity.
Wow. I'm not really that surprised, honestly. And especially because, like, I mean, it's kind of like whenever talent and hard work meet, you're going to have people that are, like, really, really, really successful. I think that's what happens more than anything else. That's a girl who led the whole uprising. Yeah, bro, imagine being that girl that went to middle school with her. That must be the most jealous bitch in all of Japan. Like, you know, that, like, basically what you thought was a, what do you call it? Fucking a villain origin story was actually this girl that's, like, now a millionaire. Inako-chan? Okay, that's great. I'll copy that and I'll look at it later on. I'll research it.
But all of this is what I meant by turning cosplay into a legitimate career option. She showed that cosplay can make money. Cosplayers can reach this level of fame.
Well, I think absolutely they can. But, like, it's important to remember that, like, any of the cosplay stuff, like, you still have a... Like, cosplay is, like, it's a very weird thing because there are a lot of girls that are in the cosplay, but I do think that the trend of, like, costumes and everything does definitely trend towards being more suggestive and being more appealing to men specifically, right? I think that's definitely true. And I don't know, like, I think it's becoming less the case because there's more girls that get into it, but it's, I would say, still the case overwhelmingly.
Cosplayers can appear on TV as celebrities, can walk beside models and actresses as equals.
I mean, it's not that hard to walk around.
Cosplay is a legitimate profession. That is the message Inako had cemented into Japan, and to think she would have been another Excel monkey if it wasn't for her fans dragging her back.
Yep,
Amazingly, her mother...
So, I don't know if you should say that. Yeah, so all these guys traveled across the country to stalk her and go to her place of work, and eventually it turned out to be a good thing. Okay, well, I think that we have a little bit of survivorship bias going on here, don't we?
Over time, actually came to
just a little bit
accept cosplay, and today she actually helps Inako with making her costumes.
Wow.
The two are reconciling their relationship. Moral of the story: if your Asian parent disapproves of your hobby, just make a shit ton of money. They'll accept your hobby, I promise.
The funniest thing is that Extra Emily. That's crazy. How about that?
Miss. Special thanks to Vicente Pagani and all
That's
my
fucking
patrons
funny.
and members for supporting the channel.
Yeah, I had no idea about her. I've never heard of her before at all, and I'll link you guys the video. So let me make sure that I copy paste this over so I don't forget it. And anyway, so this is a video here, Red Joker. I've never seen one of his videos before, but I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see people talking about
look
it.
at this
You're going to watch
screen, it makes me
Minneapolis,
dizzy
Tyler.
for like a minute.
That's crazy shit. I will. I definitely will. Why wouldn't I? So yeah. And Sus W, yeah, absolutely. And so just be a hot girl. Am I understanding this? Well, the thing is that here's the truth, right? There's a lot of really pretty girls that are on Twitch and they're cosplayers and they're not really that successful. And the reason why is that they understand the physical aspect of their business, but they're not able to capitalize on it in, like, on a meta level. And I think that really, if you look at the peak of performance, like it's the same as like basically it's the same as like professional sport, for example, is that you know, in like kind of like, you know, semi-professional sports or maybe high school or sometimes even college, right? You're going to have people that are either incredibly talented or incredibly hard workers, right? Like, let's say there's a guy that's like playing basketball and he's 5'10". Well, that would probably work pretty well at, you know, in like a high school, you know, basketball team. It probably even maybe work in some college teams, but, you know, probably wouldn't fly in the NBA or in like a District 1 team, a D1 team, right? Obviously. But like at the very peak of almost every level of performance, you have people that are both very naturally talented and also very hard workers. And so you have tons of girls that are really hard workers and they're face filtering the fuck out of themselves. And it still works very well, but they're never going to reach this level of success, right? And you have other girls that are ridiculously fucking attractive, but they're not able to like really syndicate and push out their media in a big way. Like Kobe, yeah, exactly, right? I mean, look at LeBron, Kobe, you know, Kobe Bryant, right? Fucking Michael Jordan, Shaq, right? Even Shaq. I mean, like, there's plenty of, I mean, Steph Curry, you could go on, right? And this is the same as like Tom Brady, right? For football. And it's the same as anybody else, right? It's like these guys work extremely fucking hard. And Lionel Messi, yeah, of course. Rosie O'Donnell, well, I mean, we're talking about being the LeBron of basketball, not the LeBron of Golden Corral. But yeah, I guess you could say maybe that too. So yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely true. And Shaq has talent, but he's lazy. I mean, either way, right? All my point is that, you know, a lot of these, she's the, what's this here? She's the her 99th Japanese Twitch streamer. She is. Yeah, I've never even heard of her before at all. All you guys naming short basketball players are just naming the extreme outliers who are the exception. Yeah, I think Allen Iverson was pretty short too, right? I mean, from back in the day. So it's hard to say, but in a general sense, yeah, it's definitely true.
Alright guys, today we're doing the most annoying and the easiest Misfortune build in the mid lane. Here's the rune page we are running. It is a poke Misfortune build. It's what we did with Ashe, but with Misfortune. We're going to build all our items that is going to amplify the damage of our E. Oh, I probably shouldn't have taken it level 1 though, but whatever, it's fine. So that's going to include Muramana, Leandry's Blackfire Torch, Shojin, Collector, and it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And the nice thing, hold on. Gotta get some free poke in. Hold on. How did she out-trade me still? Actually, no. It was okay. That last auto helped us. The great thing about Misfortune is she has AP and AD scaling on her R and her Q, and her E is also AP scaling. So she has the ability to build multiple items. Multiple styles of damage, and it's actually really good on her. Oh, that was nice. Good bounce. Jungler is a Mumu. That's a little scary.
5 hours comes.
We're here.
Go.
Okay, so I think he's probably started blue side if he hasn't done his Raptors yet. So he's going to be top side for now. Oh. This is going to be hard to dodge as Misfortune because I don't have a dash. Oh, he's bot. All right. Catch this. Nice dodge and hit it. Very nice. Oh, he took Belvet's blue. Yep. That's why he hadn't done the other one. I'm gonna actually show you guys the runes. Every time I press my E on Lux here, my runes are just gonna go crazy. Oh, it's not bad. He did get the cannon, I believe, though. So I'm gonna show you guys the runes for a little bit, just so you guys can see what happens every time I press my E. But yeah, highly recommend this Misfortune build. Very easy to play. The easiest way to play her, because her E is a very... Oh, her E is a very nice slow. And the poke build, right now, the poke is good. But it's only going to get stronger as the game goes on, to the point where it's just completely unplayable for them. I'm also going to do this, do something like this for Morgana. I think Morgana, we could do something, figure out a way to make her pool like extremely oppressive. I'm gonna go Mermaid off first item, by the way, because I think having the early AD. Ah, jeez. Having the
I love
early.
watching League videos. Playing League, not so much. Watching them, yeah. Yeesh. Why is it spinning? I thought I clicked on that one.
Number ones. There's a new clown that we need to make fun of, point the finger and laugh. And of course it has to do with Twitch. I don't know what it is with that platform. Seriously. We got critical on her.
Oh.
Let's go.
Nina Lynn has quickly become...
Let's go, long hair brother.
She
Let's go.
finally got
one of my
banned.
least favorite.
Again.
Nina Lynn has quickly become one of my least favorite streamers, which is an impressive accolade considering how few streams I watch these days. She really speedran this. Her and Jack Doherty occupy a very special place online of just being highly unlikable, annoying, insufferable assholes.
Man, Jack Doherty. Is he going to prison or something? I thought he was arrested. Am I right? It's like a whole category of these streamers that are like young, stupid, self-centered, self-righteous, self-important, believe the whole universe revolves around them. I think it is a side effect of our current social media space. I really do.
And in Nina Lynn's case, it's exceptionally frustrating considering she has broadcast herself sexually assaulting a man before, and then even treating it as a joke later on, even after like some fucking crocodile tears about how she understands that it was wrong or whatever, or why people might think it was bad. She herself has kind of made light of it since then. So, sexual assault superstar Nina Lynn has continued to stream even after broadcasting that crap.
The words I'm censoring is SA. It's just that he fully pronounces it, but he has got 41 million, so I haven't. But he has made 41 million, so I haven't, so I have to keep the CPM of my channel high. Thank you.
Crime. And her content's only really elevated since then. She's broadcast more crimes, and today she's been banned for her third time in 6 weeks. You couldn't hit me in the head with a sledgehammer enough times to make me delusional enough to believe that Twitch is permanently banning her.
Yeah, I mean, look at what they never do with Hassan Piker.
My hunch is that this will be 3 days or potentially up to a week. Tops. Absolute maximum I see this being is a week. And that's if all the
How's she going to survive? How's she going to survive now? Crowdfunding, let's go.
Stars align and Dan Clancy stops gooning for a minute to maybe try and like keep her stream down for a little bit to try and maybe put on a strong face of teaching her a lesson.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Well, she did need to be taught a lesson.
On a true principle.
She
but
was
it won't be permanent.
running
I think
around.
Twitch has made it very clear they don't
Yeah, it's not
actually
going to be
take sexual
permanent.
assault that seriously when it's a
I'm
woman doing it to
honestly
a man.
surprised she's not on ban
That is
today.
kind of the impression that a lot of people walk away from now, considering what Nina Lynn has done. She is the sexual assault superstar.
And these are the same people who'd never shut up about what consent means, even giving it definitions that, in my opinion,
Metatron's 100% right with that one.
About. Well, was the guy consenting? No, then it's a crime. It's really that simple. But then they tell you, oh, but animals can consent. If animals can consent, then and then you've got someone like Hassan Piker's uncle talking about the horse. So, I mean, the horse.
And has now quickly become the face of degeneracy on Twitch, and they don't seem to mind. So, I want to show you a few clips since the sexual assault, which I already made a video going over, that are showcasing some of the lowlights that she proudly broadcasts on Twitch. We'll go ahead and start with the obvious. This is what people think is the reason behind her ban, where she stole items from Target on stream And then when people in chat were speculating whether or not she actually stole them, she made sure to confirm that she indeed did steal those Target items, and in fact has stolen many more that you guys don't know about, which...
I'm going to say it. Rich people, specifically rich streamers, the steal for content are slapping in the face every single person who is poor, struggling, and keeping it honest. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. When are we going to start implementing not only terms of service that are decent and enforced equally onto everyone, in the sense that if you commit an actual crime on live, you should be banned permanently. Doesn't matter. Out. So that people are not encouraged to commit crimes for clout. Even more so, young people, since these degenerates have a lot of young people watching them, which will then follow suit. Because, of course, if you're really young and all you really want is to, I want to be like her, I want to be like him, I want to be a streamer and a Twitch streamer and all of that. And then you see that what they do, like you try, but you get no views. And then the famous, popular, rich streamer commits crimes online, whether it be this, whether it be harassment, whether it be breaking and entering, whatever the heck it is these days that these imbeciles do. And then you see that they get rewarded. Not even that they don't get punished. That alone would be incentive for a lot of young people that are trying to become them. But then they get rewarded with money and popularity. And people saying law-based.
Money and popularity
so
is
permaban. And then, because it's a crime and now it's being recorded, the law enforcement. It's really that simple.
She openly just admits to and says, get fucked.
Oh, no, he's wildin'. I'm telling you, bro, even if it was the stakes, bro, yo, bro, ain't nobody missing no fucking money, bitch. Calm the fuck down. No Target is not losing no type of fucking money from some stakes.
What's happening?
Ass fucking bum ass steaks. I don't give a shit. Man, if I put this on Twitter too, your mom's a bitch, you was a bitch, and happy holidays, all you hoes is bitches.
A Shakespearean way with words. It is miserable listening to her struggle to throw together sentences because she is constantly in this persona where she's trying to portray a character that's like so tough and no nonsense, bitch that, fuck that, and that's all she ever says. So everything that leaves her mouth has to have that same like bravado to it. Oh my god, it's so cringe. She's so desperate to appear tough and uncaring, unfiltered. Yeah, she'll get a little crude, but that's Nina Lynn's brand, baby. She tells it like it is. That's sexual assault superstar Nina Lynn right there in all...
And robber and thief. She's a thief. She's a thief and she's proud of it. She's a thief and she doesn't care. So basically she thinks the laws don't apply to her. That society, for some reason, should excuse her and make permissions to her, even though there are people that are struggling to reach the end of the month, but they're being honest, they're doing hard work, and they're making sacrifices in order to feed their children, but she, rich, can go and steal stuff. Oh, it makes my Italian diluted pizza blood boil.
Her glory.
Go ahead, put that on Twitter. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Put that on Twitter. I bet you won't. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
I don't give a shit. Oh, hold on. Oh, matter of fact, you want to make a news? I got these from Target too, guys. Look, I got these from Target too. Guess how much I paid? $3.99.
So she stole it.
Get that.
Good one, Nina. A real slam dunk. Also, nothing says not giving a fuck quite like feeling the need to remind people of it constantly. The amount of time she has to reiterate she doesn't give a fuck kind of makes me think she does actually care. That just doesn't really seem like the behavior of someone that really doesn't, if she is just constantly having to say that.
So we call on Monday.
Oh, ma'am. Damn.
Oh. And the language that you're using in front of a 13-year-old, I don't appreciate either.
This is a public space. I'm gonna let you know that right now, man. This is a public space, you know, so...
Well, and we wait our turn like grown-ups.
No, 100%. And I'm just letting you know that, you know, sometimes you can also ask, hey, would you like to please use normal language in front of my daughter? That would have been great, too.
I think in a public space, we kind of have an understanding.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That wall is blocked.
Well, I appreciate you cleaning it up now.
Oh, of course. Not everything has to be
This is like...
It's like the most parent argument.
I don't know. I just don't really think it's a big Karen moment here, to be honest with you, Nina. She was pretty polite in asking you to just maybe pump the brakes on those sentence enhancers you like to toss around loosey-goosey, considering her daughter is right there and is a child. Also, you're in a fucking nail salon where people are supposed to be going to relax, and instead now you're in there filming and being just like a giant, annoying pest. I think it's pretty reasonable to just ask you to maybe have a little bit of class there. But I don't know, maybe I'm on the crack pipe. This is Nina's world, and we're all just props in it, obviously. You know what? I already see the error of my ways here. Who are we to question sexual assault superstar Nina Lynn on how she conducts herself and her behavior?
I appreciate the apology. Great.
Look at that.
1, 2. Do not be recording.
I'm so
no, it's just me. Listen, we got no one else on that. We can't do that either.
Yeah.
1, 2. We had to.
Yeah.
Right. We had to do that. Yeah. Right.
More clips of Nina being ridiculous.
I don't know what's more pathetic in this clip, her or the guy she points to pretending to laugh really hard at this so that way he can get a crumb of attention from Nina Lynn. Both are really bad, but I think Nina Lynn's probably still more of a sad specimen. Very good one again, Nina. You
guys, do you understand that you are what annoys me as someone? Yeah, of course, I do social media. I've been doing YouTube for 12 years and all the other platforms and whatnot. But before that, I did 10 years of regular jobs. One would say 9 to 5. In my case, it was 9 to 8, but still, because I was doing multiple jobs. This is so disrespectful towards every single one of you who is hardworking, professional, goes to a job like the professionals in that salon, in that hairdresser, whatever the hell it was, the place. They're just doing their job, and then you have to go there and harass them and then make 100. She makes 1,000 times the money you make, and you're a hardworking professional. This is disgusting to see, to witness. It's a fallen society, and there have to be repercussions, at least when it comes to the law. But in general, please double check the kind of influences your children watch. Tell them who you're watching, and they tell your name, ripped 68 Demon Bobby. Maybe tell them, show me a video too. Do that. Do that, because if this is who they're watching, it's a problem.
It's a big problem.
These people are unfortunately rewarded
Nina
by
Lynn
these
problem.
disgusting social media platforms that we have to deal with. This is what's rewarded, and the fact that they make more money than you, and you are a firefighter, police officer, employee, bank employee, teacher, whatever the heck you do, bricklayer. A bricklayer should be making 10 times the money she makes. This is this is a proof that we live in a fallen world.
Yeah, her comedy stylings are top tier. Did you see the way she said fuck, bitch, and shit there? Because, and the joke, just to explain the joke, it's a bit of a thinking man's joke. That mother asked her to not do that around children. And even the employee here of the business asked her not to film them. And Nina Lynn pretends they weren't filming them, even though I saw the employees, I saw everyone that wasn't Nina Lynn too. She was filming everybody else.
So if you are the owner of a business, or if you're an employee, I understand you're just trying to get to the end of your shift, you're tired, you've got your problems. I understand all of that, but if something like this happens, you have to call security and you have to kick them out. It's the only way. Otherwise, they'll never learn. And even then, they still won't learn because they have money and and popularity. Believe it or not, who the heck follows? But anyways, we need to begin with the repercussions, get security on them, get them out. Then call the police on them, because chances are they'll be idiots with the police as well, and so they will commit a felony, and then they'll be in big trouble. Now they have money to bail out, to pay for lawyers, unfortunately, but hopefully if the authorities get involved, maybe the platform will do something at that point, but I don't know though, because Twitch they have their favorites. I mean, do remember, they love the guy who shocks dogs.
As well, despite what she lied to them saying that it's just her. It's not. It wasn't. But don't worry, according to Nina Lynn, this business is actually her playground. It's a public space, according to Nina Lynn. She can do whatever the fuck she wants in here, baby.
Work around here, and like y'all are affecting my livelihood.
No, Dad,
You're
what's
not
the issue?
affecting. What is my issue?
Yeah, what's the problem?
That y'all are coming
Dad,
in
what's the
here
problem?
and you're causing.
Look at that. Thug.
Do you own this one? Do you own this one?
Do I know? No.
Oh man, you actually got to see it in real time there. The moths to the flame. These vermin. These parasites. They smelt conflict and they came over with their fucking lights and selfie sticks because that's content, baby. So Nina Lynn, her heart is beating. She knows she's got a clip on her hands because now she's going to argue with this woman who is expressing her concern over them being disruptive. Apparently, background is she viewed their behavior like this big group of people as like a nuisance and being disruptive. So she confronted them directly about it. But I'm gonna be honest, sports fans, I don't think she knows the pickle she's about to find herself in. She has now just started an unskippable cutscene with the sexual assault superstar Nina Lynn, and it's about to get messy.
No, what's the issue, Dad?
What's my issue?
You pressing me for no reason. You pressing me for no reason. What's your problem? Are you good? Are you dead ass good?
Yeah. Hey, on fucking camera.
What's up?
I'm surrounded
You're
by
weird as
20 you
You're weird.
Watching Nina and her posse handle anything is just, it's worse than nails on a chalkboard. It is hard to sit still because it is just so unbelievably annoying. So now they're like surrounding this woman here and all talking at once, and Nina's like threatening, "Do you want the smoke?" Like, oh my god.
No, you're not. I'll tell you one thing. I smack the shit out of you.
What happened?
For real.
Look at that, my gosh. A waste of oxygen.
And I used to work too. So what's up?
And if there's any justice
I used to work too. Well, at least she knows that this is not work.
in the world, Nina, those days will be upon us again, with you getting another job that's not streaming. Maybe I'm wrong and this is a permanent ban. That would be a joyous celebration.
Yeah, that'd be
But anyway,
crazy.
you see, in the comfort of her huge group here, she feels very confident to threaten to smack the shit out of this woman, all because she dared say like she didn't appreciate this huge group filming and what they were doing there. And to Nina, those are fighting words. So she even breaks free like a dog off its leash in order to get right back up in her face angry. And then it continues for like another minute or so with just Nina steaming, angry, upset, because this woman dared say like, hey, you being this loud and obnoxious is affecting me and like the business here, which I think is a pretty reasonable take based on everything I've seen here, especially with the way the group handles it, where they all come over, cameras in face, lights in face, just constantly insulting her and everything, trying to make her like the joke to the stream for Nina's content.
Doing
These
Antifa
people are
tactics.
Literal NPCs. Literal NPCs. They're a test of patience for me and you. And then we'll be rewarded, I guess, in the next life.
Zero brain cells.
It's so fucking
But they do need to get consequences, though. We want justice in this life before the one next.
Unbearably cringe. I really hope she stays banned.
Yeah.
I just know that's not going to happen. Would love to be proven wrong, though, Twitch. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Got two day
if she's
or a day
unbanned, she will
ban.
continue to go back to committing crimes on streams. She loves to do that. It seems. And
This one
Twitch
we're
loves
on
to
what day
turn
number
the other
2?
cheek to it and pretend it's not happening.
Public enemy, that's what you call it. This woman is a public enemy. I know. Next upload is going to be a nice one. Let's do something historical next, so that at least we can get a little balance here. But guys, we need to call this out. These people need to get held accountable. Anyways, until then, thank you for watching. You know what? I've been drinking a lot of water. And I'm out of water now. This bottle is empty. You know what else I'm out of? Patience with you, because you don't subscribe. Keep watching. Never subscribe. No. What do I need to do? I drank the water. I've got soda. I don't know at this point. I'm going to change the color like I've done millions of times. Boom. Okay? I'm going to go grab another bottle of water. Could you please subscribe in the meantime? In the meantime, could you subscribe? Thank you. Appreciate that. I really do. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Getting the water. Not only that, I brought you Space Marines. Are you out of your mind? And you're still not... Do whatever you want. Freedom, I guess. Excellent usage of your First Amendment. Appreciate that. Come on. Subscribe. Subscribe.
Subscribe. Okay. Like and photos. There's another one. Ilhan Omar. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, stay awake.
Please, sir, I want some more.
What?
Please, sir, I want some more.
More?
Hold
him! Scout him! Pound him, ground him, pick him up and bounce him!
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Things are not going great for Voldemort Zelensky. His chief of staff has resigned after getting his home and office and federal building raided by anti-corruption investigators and 70 members of Zelensky's party in Ukraine also raided. This is the widest ranging raid for anti-corruption agencies in the history of Ukraine, which is the most corrupt country in Europe. So it's a huge blow for Zelensky. Andrei Yermak is the individual who apparently has provable hundreds of millions of dollars of fraud against the American taxpayer for stealing money that we send them there to fight the war. Not doing a great job of that. This is, of course, a massive blow for Zelensky, who is probably doing some massive blow right now because things are really intensifying against him as the corporate media begins to turn. You knew this was going to happen against Zelensky and his team. Once the money stopped rolling, once peace deal was on the horizon, once they didn't need a actor anymore as president of Ukraine, which is exactly what Zelensky is, and a failed comedian, they were going to throw him overboard, as they always do. Zelensky's government sabotaged oversight, allowing corruption to fester, says the New York Times. Ooh, boy. Here we go. Ukrainian leaders blame independent advisors for failing to prevent graft. A Times investigation found the President Volodymyr Zelensky's own administration removed guardrails. Ooh. When Russian troops invaded Ukraine, Kiev's Western allies face a dilemma. How do you spend billions supporting a government fighting Russia without watching the money vanish into the pockets of corrupt managers and government officials? The stakes were high because Ukraine's vital wartime industries, power distribution, weapons purchase, nuclear energy, were controlled by state-owned companies that have long served as piggy banks for the country's elites. To protect their money, the United States and European nations insisted on oversight. They required Ukraine to allow groups and outside efforts to watch for corruption. Over the past 4 years, New York Times investigation found Ukrainian government systematically sabotaged that oversight, allowing graft to flourish. Zelensky's administration has stacked boards with loyalists, left seats empty, stalled them from being set up at all, and kept the government in control, allowing hundreds of millions of dollars to be spent without outsiders poking around. Supervisory boards serve as essential oversight for function, allowing independent experts, typically from other countries, to scrutinize major decisions, Ukrainian state-owned companies. Ooh. Do you understand like how crazy this is? The New York Times is writing sentences like this? That they are finally doing a 4-year investigation. This just proves they were always planning on kicking this guy out. This just proves they always had a full ripcord in case of emergency. Central to the corruption scandal swirling around Mr. Zelensky's government, anti-corruption authorities accused members of his inner circle of siphoning off and laundering hundreds of millions
so
of
much
dollars
corruption going
from
on
the
over in
state-owned
Ukraine.
nuclear company, Energom. Mr. Zelensky's administration has blamed Energom's supervisory board of failing to stop corruption, but Mr. Zelensky's government itself that neutered their supervisory board, the Times found. In documents and interviews with 20 Western and Ukrainian officials that have worked closely with the company's board, the Times found political interference not only at the company, but also at state-owned electricity companies, Ukraine's defense procurement agency. People spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss confidential deliberation. An advisor for Mr. Zelensky declined to comment,
What'd you get?
saying that this isn't the president's responsibility. Well, yeah, it is, dude. You got billions of dollars from America. You promised that it was being spent wisely. We all knew that it was being stolen.
So I get 3.
Massive corruption that was going on, and Zelensky just literally blew it out his nose. Systematically sabotaged Ukrainian anti-corruption efforts, and New York Times concludes this is them just turning on. They knew this was going on for years. They've just decided that his usefulness is over, and he's going to go the way of Gaddafi.
I'll have
Zelensky systematically sabotaged the anti-corruption with a deep state knives out amid the golden toilet farce. Is this the end? Just a reminder, Zelensky had a golden toilet installed because Ukraine is so poor and can't afford war, and America needs to subsidize it. New York Times investigation found the Zelensky administration was systematically undermining West-mandated oversight to prevent corruption, to reassure donors who funded critical sectors of energy, arms procurement, and nuclear power. Ukraine agreed to allow oversight. The interference allows corruption to thrive. Western donors prioritizing Ukraine's war effort have reluctantly tolerated these practices. However, the scandals now threaten EU's access to crucial reconstruction funding and weakens the case for EU and NATO. Clearly, the New York Times would never have published this article unless it had been instructed to do so by whoever gives orders these days. We don't know who these people are, but the signal is hard to ignore. Zelensky and his gang seem to be methodically lying down the toilet. It is also clear that someone wants Ukraine to accept Russia's current demands as soon as possible, because the current rate, there will be no more Ukraine left.
True.
Everything is collapsing for Zelensky. Everything is collapsing for Zelensky. A New York Times piece, and of course the globalist paper of record, is the perfect sign. Also, Don Jr. here speaking in Doha, talking about Ukrainian corruption, how obvious it is to anybody who can just have a set of eyeballs and a functional brainstem in Europe. Here we go.
One of the most amazing things I got to witness, I was this summer with my beautiful girlfriend Bettina in Monaco, and we were driving around, and on an average day, 50% of the supercars, the Bugattis, the Ferraris, this, all had Ukrainian plates. Do we think that was actually earned in Ukraine? I'd been to Ukraine 20 years ago. It wasn't like there was a plethora of wealth there.
No.
And yet you see the number 2 there getting arrested for stealing hundreds of millions of dollars. You hear all the rumors about what's going on. When I see every license plate on a supercar in Monaco being Bugattis, the rich fled. They let what they believed to be the peasant class fight these wars. And there was no incentive to stop, because as long as the money train was coming and they were stealing it and no one was auditing anything, the leaders, the decision makers, there was no reason for them to ever come to peace. No different than Putin. It wasn't the son of oligarchs that were fighting these wars. It's someone from Siberia that they're sending there. And he utilized the war to rebuild his manufacturing base. It was very clear that the sanctions that we put on did nothing to actually help. All it did was jack up the price of oil, which allowed him to basically pay for the war with the delta between the two while building up his manufacturing base. there was no incentive for anyone to ever get to the table. Zelensky knew he wouldn't win another election again, and they were continuing to steal. Putin was building up his manufacturing base, and all we had in the wake was millions of young men dying for nothing.
Yeah, dude. When you're getting headlines like this in corporate media and headlines like this in corporate media,
it's not good.
Your days are numbered. Days are numbered. Devastating corruption investigation finds a Zelensky administration systematically weakened. The protections, these revelations essentially mean that certainly large chunks of the loans to Ukraine will end up stolen by Zelensky's favorite elites. Bad news for Europe, but even worse news for Ukrainian soldiers who rely on the money to fight Russia. Why are they telling the truth now? It's the obvious question. They've given up. If the New York Times is admitting this now, there must be some real stuff
Welcome back.
Down. The least surprising revelation ever, New York Times, which has vocally and vehemently championed Zelensky and financing of Ukraine, documents how Zelensky and his top aides facilitated the stealing of billions. Oh, you know what?
Could you get me a tea jug, Eli?
That's how you know. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. It's over for Zelensky. I've been saying it for weeks. It's over.
I don't know that it's completely over for Zelensky, but yeah, they're all gone now.
But you can have mine.
You can eat yours. Go ahead. And then if you don't want any more, I'll eat the rest of it. How about that? You're done? Okay. You want me to eat it?
Ever wondered how Cinemax gets their popcorn to taste so good? Start by melting 1 cup of sugar in a skillet over medium-high heat, stirring constantly until it dissolves into a light caramel. Pour in 1/3 cup of Coke, stir until smooth, then add a tablespoon of butter and keep mixing until the caramel turns silky and glossy. In a separate pot, melt another tablespoon of butter over medium heat, swirl it around, then add 1 cup of popcorn kernels and mix well so every kernel is coated. This prevents burning and ensures even popping. Cover and cook until the popping slows, then transfer the popcorn into a container with a lid. Pour in half the caramel, shake well, add the rest, and shake again until every piece is shiny and fully coated. If the caramel thickens, warm it briefly on low heat. The result is golden, sweet, crunchy popcorn. Ever wondered how
I need to find a good spot for this bad boy. Big time. Oh my god. Wait, what? Is it, you think you can see this though?
Who is that? Who is that?
I think you should stay. Okay. I could use a new tea jug.
Where's that?
The peanut?
Yeah. Peanut.
He won the VTuber.
Wait, what's this award? I was listening. Sorry, I got this. What is it?
Super excited to present this next award.
Oh my god.
That's VTuber of the year.
The 5 VTubers in this category worked hard at mastering peak kawaii. And
holy shit.
He streams.
Holy shit.
But he streams with the character.
Holy shit.
I'll eat it, bro. It's so creepy.
Guys, they just misspelled P-tuber. They just misspelled P-tuber.
Okay. He doesn't like that.
Iron Mouse.
Iron Mouse.
As it's a simple spelling mistake, misinput.
Why is it creepy? Why is it creepy? Why is that not creepy? Why is that not?
He's just nutty.
Is he just?
No, he just has a face on his.
His creepy face. So wait, hold this for time. So I thought he could.
The streamer award goes to.
Yeah. I saw you like.
The burnt peanut.
Let's go! P-tuber, by the way.
Ned, I hope you like.
P-tuber, they misspelled it.
Hooray!
Let's go!
Walnuts. What are you doing with those?
Hello, everyone. I am honored to accept this
And
best
come over this
VTuber of the Year award. Even though I'm a VTuber, that's okay.
Don't go
Little
die.
miscommunication there.
So,
Peanut
but
but I am still very
we
honored.
would
It
cool
is a
them
great
down
honor to accept this
change them.
Best VTuber of the Year award. Big shout out to Cutie Cinderella again for putting on this immaculate award ceremony, as well as a shout out to the PETA team, making sure the stream's always the best they can be. And obviously the largest shout out to the Bungulators. You guys are the best. Thank you for all the support, gentlemen. Good night and Godspeed. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Best P-Tuber, by the way. P-Tuber, it was misspelled. I want everyone
Grinch
want that
cereal.
noted. I would like
Cool.
that noted. It was P-Tuber. PETA
So
Tuber.
it's magic.
Magic cereal, huh? Let me see it.
We want you to work.
It's just Lucky Charms. And
Lucky Charms?
Vanilla sweet corn puffs with marshmallows. Yeah, in a way. It's funny.
Yeah, it is funny and it has this big wings on it. And look at these little holes here.
What little holes?
Yeah, these little holes.
Oh, he's holding the presents.
And
Oh, you can cut them out.
yeah, you can just cut them out.
And then put your faces on the pictures.
Yeah, and then we can make it into a decoration. So
Yep.
let's open this up and eat it.
Give it to mom. Thank you for the follow. Autistic Zeke.
Seth, you open this up.
No. Give it to mama.
Okay, chat. You guys have been liking these, so we are gonna continue to do these. Monkey Stacy. Rank Plat 1. Hero played Spider-Man. My peak is GM2. I play a mean cap, and my Spider-Man peak is top 15. If your
So,
Spider-Man was top 15, I don't think you would be in Plat 1.
What are
I'm
these?
just gonna say that right now.
No.
But of
Not
course,
opening
the
it up
Plat
yet.
1 to Diamond 3.
Give it to
I know
mom
this
to
is a
open.
bold claim,
Oh,
but I
man.
genuinely
It says
think I deserve
me.
eternity.
Mommy,
That's higher than me right now.
It's not time to open
At
it
the
yet.
very least, Celestial.
We're not
My
ready for
teammates
cereal
don't know how
yet.
to push
And I'm
up
not,
in
we don't
these
even have
low
a
ranks
bowl.
after a great reset,
We have
and
to
I haven't
wait
been able
until
to
mom and
climb since.
Gabe are
I
done bringing
generally
stuff
don't know
in.
what I did wrong. The game started off slow, but I
Oh,
quickly started
hold
doing
on.
Spidey things. Okay, chat. This person that we are about to spectate apparently plays Spider-Man. They played Captain America, they played Spider-Man, and they also played Iron Fist. The person got SVP. They went 19-12 with 13 final hits, 16,000 damage, and a 59% win rate. But let's see this, chat. Let's see if this person actually deserves eternity or Celestial. Remember, they said that they are Plat 1 right now. Let's do a little crosshair check. Oh my goodness gracious.
30 seconds before
Just wait for them to get in so we can open it up and pour it into a
Crosshair check. I
bowl.
didn't even see that crosshair. Crosshair check.
Are you listening?
Okay, let's see this.
Hey.
Should I catch them?
Wait, I just want to say, okay, we're not supposed to be spectating anyone else, chat, but there's no way someone falls for this, right? That seemed like a very late teleporter.
He's trying to open that cereal up. And I told him to ask you to do it.
That portal opened up and you could see the ground. You could literally see where you fall off the map. Like, look at this.
Because I don't have
the
any
portal's right there.
bowl or anything to put it in.
Okay, that's not our person that we're spectating, though. We're spectating this person.
Yeah, the dad. Oh. You don't want to put, huh?
20 bucks?
He's good.
Why?
Okay, doesn't look like anything too much. They look like they're playing,
Yeah.
Captain
And
America,
then
how
I
Captain America should be played.
rang all the food,
Very
I
annoying.
paid for everything.
Yeah.
I will say though, even if you claim that you're eternity or celestial and you deserve it, and you're a top 15 Spider-Man player,
Maybe
I think you'll know. Their two
a baggie
takes
or
are
something.
like, look, you're all the way over here, half health, and
I
there's
don't know
both
why I have
there's a
these.
support right here, guy right there, and the guy right there. You're distracting 3 people, but you need to also look. The supports can't get to you, bro. I feel like a lot of low-ranked players don't take into consideration where they are, and when they die like this, like, look at this. When they die like this, I'm pretty sure this guy probably types GG, no heals, I'm throwing. Like, you guys also have to remember, your supports are probably, they can't see you.
Oh, that's
Look at that.
Good. Oh, cold.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but there is a thing called too deep, chat.
You think I'm too old for
This
this?
person was too deep. And now look. You died. Your whole team died now. Now they're gonna get so much cart. Okay. At this point, you should know your whole team just died and you're resetting. You died first, so you're back first, obviously, right?
Be a vampire. That baby.
There's a
Need
health
the
pack under
family robot. And he come to eat the
Go on,
gummy
Gabe.
worms.
There's a health pack. And there's a health pack. Right here too. Remember, this person said they deserve eternity. Low celestial. Just want to let you guys remember that. That was a good animation cancel. I know this is a bold claim, but I genuinely think I deserve at least eternity, at the very least celestial. My teammates don't know how to push up in these low ranks after the Great Reset, and I haven't been able to climb since. I generally don't know what I do wrong.
You go in and die a lot.
I feel like the easiest thing for people to do if they want to get better at the game is to rewatch their own gameplay. A lot of people don't do that, or a lot of people don't care. They rather just be like, hey, I deserve, eternity. But, like, brother, this guy ran in 3 times, died. He's 0 and 3. He fed 4,300 damage in ult charge. He doesn't wait for his teammates. Instead of, chat, this is going to be a crazy take, but instead of pointing fingers, make sure you have to maybe look at yourself first. Okay, he's annoying the support. That's good. He has his ult. He could go stall the point. Okay. Maybe it's gonna get better, chat. Maybe it's gonna get better. Maybe it's gonna get better right now. I want to see what he does with his ult.
I'll be shipshape in no time. Stand down.
That's a good play. Dive the backline with the other guy. Be very annoying. Like, Captain America should not be able to die, chat. To be honest with you, as Captain America, you should just go to cart, jump up and down around the cart, play ring around the rosy, jump up and down, pop your ult, keep stalling the cart, run to get a health pack, and keep being annoying. Attack the backline if you want, and distract the supports so the supports are distracted, can't heal their teammates, and the teammates are, your team kills them. When is he gonna pop his ult as well? You can pop your ult right now to survive. Stall the cart. There we go. Stall the cart. That's a good pop, Chad. That's a good pop. He's stalling the cart so that doesn't get capped. That's a good stall. That was a perfect stall, chat. But he also has to play his life. I wonder if he's gonna switch characters. Oh yeah, he does switch characters in this game. Even Captain America just said, "Don't rush in." Oh, remember, chat? I play a mean cap. Wow. Wait, I forgot he said that. He said he played a mean cap, by the way. My Spider-Man is peak top 15.
What are you doing?
But I'm hard stuck plat 1 and Diamond 3. So let's see how good this Spider-Man is. This Spider-Man better be some of the best gameplay I have ever seen in my life.
Gummy board.
He's
Put some pep in my step.
You gotta land your combos. Chat, it's a slow cook. It's a slow cook.
It's
a slow cook. You guys wouldn't understand. You guys wouldn't understand. It's a slow cook. Have you guys ever had something like that was really, like that was slow cooked, and then when you went to go bite in it, it's like a fall off the bone? That's what this guy's doing.
What are you doing, robot boy? Looks cool.
You want to try it?
Dude, okay, he kind of got flarked, chat. Look,
We
look
went
at
down
the
the
moon is right here, but it is
Really?
also slightly over here.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's kind of what I thought.
I thought I eat this cereal. Mom, is this cereal?
Now I've got something to prove. Crack the whip.
Okay, that was a good pull. That was a really good pull.
Lucky pull.
That's the top 15 Spider-Man player that I know. He's 3-8 right now, chat. He's 3-8.
Now I've got something to prove.
It's a slow cook, chat. Hey, listen. Listen, how many times has this happened to you guys? You might have got rolled on defense, but that doesn't mean you have to give up. That doesn't mean GG's. That doesn't mean forfeit, chat. That was only one half of the game. You still got to keep your mental strong. When the game gets hard, you got to get harder, and you can. This is your chance to roll them on offense now, and the game is still winnable. Now he's playing Iron Fist. He gave up on his top 15 Spider-Man already. He's a lord on Iron Fist. So let's see what this guy does.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
I'd be glad to show you up close.
Okay, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does, chat. Go attack the back line. That'd be annoying. Okay, he's gonna go attack their back line. This is good. This is good. Both supports are by themselves. It looks like they have no help. There you go. That's good. That's good. That's the best play he's done all game so far, Chad. That's the best play. He went into the back line, killed both supports. The other team has a DC, so technically they're down. That was huge.
That all is dust now.
This is huge. The other team has a DC, bro. It's a 5v6. He doesn't lose. All he has to do is keep annoying the back line. If he keeps attacking the supports, this should be a free win.
Penguin,
That was a good play. That was a good play. Cleaning up the back line. That's good. I mean, the guy was gonna go for a health pack.
Oh, wait.
I think you want to save your kick for those scenarios, so you can kick yourself. Yeah, there you go. So you can kick out. Also, I don't think you need a heal right there when there's a health pack right there. I don't know the health pack is in there, but.
You weren't invisible, Mrs. Richards.
Dad, I did.
That was a good Black Panther.
I like his target priority. His target priority is go attack the supports. But I mean, I feel like Iron Fist does a lot of damage to the tanks too. I mean, obviously, right? There we go. Hey, he's not that bad. Nice! Wait, he's not that bad, chat. The Iron Fist. Yes, they do have a DC, chat, but listen. Slow cook. Slow cook. Maybe a slow cook.
Another loser punch. Bless me, so
It's supposed to look like that in 5v6. Slow cook, chat. His movement's good.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Follow us, Zero. No.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, if you're playing Jeff and you got he should have, that other Jeff should have jumped off the map. Yeah, that Jeff, that was the Jeff's fault. The Jeff should have got off the map, bro. It was a good escape on his part, though.
The moon haunts you. Time to heal.
Yeah, he's popping. This guy's popping. I don't know why he's all the way over here. The spot. Yeah, I don't know how he lost this game. I'm gonna be honest with you, without even continuing or watching the end, I think the reason they probably lost this game is because of the BP. I'm sorry, BP is not good. Maybe into a 5v, and when you have 6 players and the other team has 5 and there's no one to deal with you, maybe, but like I don't think a plat BP would be insane, right? Also, they're running 3 supports and a 5v6.
Bless me, so so it's gummy bear, so
keep Wakanda safe, Your Highness.
it's for gummy bear.
No symbol of conscience.
That guy is. Oh.
Behold the god of thunder!
He. Is that like a common thing? The other team rolled his team, but like they get a DC and they're probably gonna.
Bless me.
I will be mad if my team rolled them and then like my team gets a DC. Team Bola with 5 subs. Absolutely insane. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Bless me.
This right here is gold. This is where Ilhan Omar was forced by the host to watch President Trump go in on her community of fraudsters.
These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. We don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
That's a depressed face if I've ever seen one. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not letting up on Ilhan Omar. I don't care if this is like the 1 millionth video we're doing. The exposure will absolutely continue until she's denaturalized, put in handcuffs, and put on a plane back to Somalia. Ilhan was on Face the Nation this morning and completely fumbled. She must have thought, okay, CBS News is left wing. They're not going to ask me hard questions. She was wrong. Yeah, CBS is still a commie news network, but they asked her all the questions and even forced her to watch the clip of Trump talking about her and her fellow Somali pirates who hijacked Minnesota. You could tell she was uncomfortable. Hence why even the left-wing viewers of CBS did not buy any of her answers. I have an extension that allows me to see YouTube dislikes. The video has over 2 times more dislikes than likes. They don't believe her at all. Safe to say she convinced absolutely nobody. These comments are glorious. This guy says she's in pictures with the scammers multiple times. When a fraud interviews a fraud. And they're bringing up the fact that her net worth went up faster than Bitcoin after she got into Congress. She took photos with the ringleader at his restaurant. Here we go.
And we're joined now by Minnesota Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Margaret.
We have a lot to get to with you, but I want to pick up on where the Treasury Secretary just left off. He alleged that people who were tied to you or your campaign were involved in this broad, brazen scheme to rip off the Minnesota state welfare system. Do you want to respond to that? Do you know what he is referring to?
I really don't, and I don't think the secretary himself understands what he's referring to. We obviously had people who were able to donate to our campaign that were involved. We sent that money back a couple years ago. And actually, I was one of the first members of Congress to send a letter to the Secretary of Ag asking them to look into what I thought was a reprehensible fraud that was occurring within the program.
What a liar. The reason the Treasury Secretary is pinning the blame on you, Ilhan, is because you are the member of Congress that represents that district where all the fraud occurs. You also pushed heavily for these grants to go where they went. You definitely knew. I mean, just look at her face. She's guilty as charged.
The Biden-era Justice Department called it the largest COVID fraud scheme in the country. And this was pocketing COVID-era welfare funds, more than $1 billion in taxpayer money that was stolen. It was pretty shocking. Of the 87 people charged, all but 8 are of Somali descent. And that has added to the spotlight being put specifically on your community. Why do you think this fraud was allowed to get so widespread?
Well, I want to say, you know, this also has an impact on
American taxpayer. Oh no, she's gonna say the Somalians are the victims.
Somalis, because we are also taxpayers in Minnesota. We also
you steal more money than you get taxed. You are net negative.
Could have benefited from the program and the money that was stolen.
You guys make out like bandits.
It's been really frustrating for people to not acknowledge the fact that we're also as Minnesotans, as taxpayers.
That's a lot of uhs and ums, because she doesn't believe what she's saying.
Really
she's just gonna make it up on the spot.
Angry about the fraud that has occurred.
So do you think, though, that there was a failure by the Democratic state here?
Yeah, and that is what I alluded to in my letter that I'd sent to the Secretary of Ag.
I would like to see
was to see where
would like to
things
see
were
a
going
letter.
wrong.
Show us the letter,
this amount
Ilhan.
of money disappear fraudulently?
How can no, it's because you're stealing it, Ilhan.
Without there being alarms being set off. And it is something that, we have to continue to investigate. We have to continue to ask those questions.
Because, as you know, one of the initial defenses by the organization at the heart of the fraud, Feeding Our Future, was to claim the probe was due to racism. Do you think that this was all about negligence, or that it was like political fear of alienating the Somali community?
So you have to remember that the woman who led the program is a Caucasian woman. And that was...
It's the white people's fault. It's always white people, huh? CNN recently said the J6 pipe bomber is white. And you could kind of see where they're coming from just looking at the picture of him, right? Utter ridiculousness.
We do know that when the money was stopped, they did sue. The AG, Attorney General Keith Ellison, defended the department in that lawsuit. It was a judge that said it should continue, that money should continue to go out. And so...
It's the white judge's fault, too. It's not the Somalis' fault for committing the crime. It's the system's fault. Okay, now we get why this has so many dislikes. She's really low IQ. What is she saying? This right here is gold. This is where Ilhan Omar was forced by the host to watch President Trump go in on her community of fraudsters.
The president has been very focused, not just on them, but on you. In this extraordinary cabinet meeting, he said Somalis, quote, come from hell. They complain and they do nothing but bitch. Take a listen.
These are people that do nothing but complain. They complained. And from where they came from, they got nothing. We don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it. Thank you very much, everybody.
That's a depressed face if I've ever seen one. Ilhan's probably thinking, dang, he cooked us. Well, I probably shouldn't say that because she never thinks. And if she does, it's with subhuman IQ.
Vehement agreement from his cabinet members there. I just wonder what the reaction is in your district to have that from the highest office in the land.
It's disgusting. It's completely disgusting. These are Americans that he is calling garbage.
No, Somalis. And they don't consider themselves Americans. They consider themselves Somali first.
And we feel like there is an unhealthy obsession that he has on the Somali community. And
no, it's because you guys are stealing billions of dollars.
An unhealthy and creepy obsession that he has with me. I think it is.
It's because you're in Congress.
She always raises her voice like that at the end.
You married your freaking brother.
Like, it is so
also
annoying.
really important for us to remember that this kind of hateful rhetoric and this level of dehumanizing can lead to dangerous actions by people who listen to the president.
And 95% of the Somalis in your state are U.S. citizens.
Yes.
Therein lies our problem. Everyone wishes they weren't.
What do you make of this argument of failure to assimilate and sort of ruining America?
They
How do
are.
you understand this?
I mean, when I think about Stephen Miller and his white supremacist rhetoric, it
That's how you
reminds
hear it.
me, yes,
Stephen Miller's Jewish.
it reminds me of the way the Nazis described Jewish people.
Wait, Stephen Miller is Jewish, and you're saying he's a Nazi? Okay. I don't know what's worse, saying Stephen Miller is a National Socialist or comparing the Somalis to Jews in Germany. No wonder they're now saying Minnesota is their promised land. They're saying it as a joke, but, you know, every joke has an element of truth in it. The reality is they are taking over Minnesota as if it belongs to them. Well, Ilhan doesn't help herself. Things are only going to get worse from here. Investigators are currently looking into her connections to these fraudsters, and it's only a matter of time before we get a report implicating her criminally. And I'm going to be here to celebrate. Thank you all very much for watching. God bless and goodbye.
Done. Yeah.
I've been uploading to YouTube for.
Can't stand the way she talks. She always like raises her voice, like, asking a question at the end of her speaking. Drunk raccoon.
That I was just busy with Spider-Man.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rage Baiting with Spider-Man. Today we dealt with a trash talker in one of the games. We also have 3 games. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like and sub button. It's also my birthday tomorrow on the 7th. And all I wish for is, if you enjoy the video, to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, starting off this first game, there was 3 healers on the other team. So I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to have to focus one of the healers. 3 healer meta. If I go for like a DPS or if I go for anyone else, they're probably just gonna heal them and it's gonna be impossible to kill them. So what I was gonna do here is go for the healer with the most output. So whichever healer I feel like is gonna heal the most. In this case, it was either Cloak, Jeff, or Gambit, and I have a feeling Cloak is gonna heal the most, so that's who I ended up going for. I thought I could get a free kill. I tried to push her, but I was humbled, got obliterated. I think it was the Gambit that ended up killing me. But anyways, I decided to come back because Strange hit an amazing ult and it just made it so easy for me to get that Cloak. So I went directly for her, and because she was the only one that died, I know I'd be able to hold her in the spawn at least for a couple of seconds until someone else could come in and help her. Yo, he just broke me. Yo, I can't hit anything. I'm trash. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Now, after that embarrassing play, we did end up actually eliminating him. It just took a while. Thankfully, this guy's on healer, not DPS, or they would have absolutely cooked me. But anyways, I waited then again, and then I found the opportunity to go for it. I tried the ult, and it was a terrible ult. She ended up using her healer ult, and I couldn't really do anything about it. I was going to try to come back, see if I could pull her out of the ult and kill her. So that's what I tried to do, but she was quick enough to go invisible. I completely also missed my tracer cancel, and then, yeah, so I had to wait for one of my teammates to eliminate her, and then after that, I went towards the spawn, and I waited. Now, it was at this point where Cloak wasn't playing all too well. They felt that, you know what, maybe Cloak isn't it. They're going to go strange, and at the same time, I just also realized that they didn't even have a tank, so that's why we were pushing them so aggressively, is because they were missing a tank. They had 3 DPS and 3 healers. Yeah, I think we got to go for Iron Man now.
Now we're even.
Now, as you guys can see here, I'm having a terrible game. I'm not playing that good, but at the same time, we at least got them off of that 3 healer comp, and then now I was like, you know what, I could go for a DPS instead. So we started focusing the Iron Man, trying to deal and eliminate him, just keep him in the spawn. Meanwhile, the Cloak, who now went on Strange, was going through it. They were the only tank on the team. They just had no choice but to leave their shield out because they were consistently 1 HP. And one thing is, they thought switching to tank would stop them from being rage baited, but what this guy didn't know is I'm currently playing really bad and my team is carrying me. So now he's gonna have to go to the front and deal with 5 of my teammates. Anyways, after he ended up getting eliminated, I started the second half. So now that we're starting round number 2 off, I had 2 things in mind. One, we're gonna continue rage baiting Iron Man because he's just been so easy to eliminate. As you see here, he just flew up into my crosshair, out of the line of sight from the other healers, so I was able to get him. And the second thing, if the Cloak is no longer playing Strange and they're back on healer, then we're gonna go for them. Bro, he got off? I barely killed him. Bro, he died 5 times. What made him leave? And then I pulled the scoreboard up and realized that he was gone. So it looked like tank wasn't it for him. He didn't want to go back to healer, and then there was already 3 DPS. So he was like, okay, this game, it's absolutely like over with. I don't want to have to play this anymore. And so he just closed his app. Now, I really wanted to see if we can make another person rage quit. I've never had 2 people just rage quit in the same game before. So I was like, I'm killing the Iron Man very easily. I'm hoping that maybe he would just get mad and then get off the game. But he was fully motivated. This guy was dedicated to just pushing the point, trying to fight me, eliminate me any way possible. He was even pushing me at some point. But look at this. Look how I broke his neck. He was looking at the opposite direction. Unfortunately, I couldn't capitalize and get the kill. But he was definitely staring like way off to the left, and he didn't know I was behind the car.
All the tires city. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7. Okay, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Spider-Man. Spider-Man. What's up? It's Spider-Man. That on that one of the head. Oh, wow, if you get me out of that.
You ready to get out? No more food for you.
Good job.
One Punch Man, Jason Statham.
That on it.
Okay. Oh.
Why?
Because. Okay. Got him all situated. Let's see. Monroe Doctrine. What?
Have you eaten the Skittles yet?
No, I haven't opened them up yet.
Okay.
Going to though. Please yourself on live TV.
I need to go out.
And when it comes to the cyber criminal activities, which are some of the largest enterprises plaguing everyday Americans, we at the
That's not right now. Would watch the Forged and Fired one, but YouTube copyright strikes that one like instantly.
everybody some more flags? Okay, I'll go grab everybody some flags. You go sit at the table. I'll bring food.
That's a big bet. Feeling nippy. Well, Christmas tree down low. Okay, you're fine either way.
And then.
Hi, Savannah.
Oh,
Hi, babies. Hi, Savannah. Hi, Savannah. Hi.
Oh,
It's cool, but I was for furniture or something, but I don't know. It's a wood carving. Yeah, artistic. Yeah, see it on something. Yeah.
Bumbo?
Spidey only? Well, it's not like that's up to me, is it? Bridge Boost is the name of the heal. What?
Is it made it so
I think I will be a BBG this game. I'm trying.
Yeah, no stuff.
Okay, I got my ult. We can walk with it. Alright, ready? I'm ulting you guys. Let's go.
Alright, we need cap point though. Cap
Nice.
Guys, in this back. Venom's still on foot.
Oh hell no, this poor
well.
I mean,
Oh,
that's alright. How am I supposed to win this? Many divers on my clock.
Oh. Yeah.
While you were working, you need rest? Wait, how long have I been live for? Panther's still broke. I could be a BBG still.
There's a reason I got.
I figured there's a reason for the family size.
Yeah, I guess I have to.
Gotta love being a BBG. Press 1 if you love BBGs.
Listen, Biden.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Panther's behind.
TP still back.
Yeah. I'm ult this in a second. Oh. I can really live that. Mag was just eating all my shit, bro. Oh, he dashed back, I just eat Mag ult, so... Not ideal. Yeah, when you press E, you have to press it again for an extra heal. Yeah, basically that's how it works. You got it right.
Water.
Nice tag.
Can't believe they fucking banned my Spider-Man. These pussies, man. No, you can't cleanse Mark. Imagine if you could cleanse Panther's Mark. Man, only stream, bro's playing the Gambit. Shut the fuck up. Stop raid baiting. Look at this. You see this, pussy? You see this? What does this mean? What does that mean?
All you have to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I've seen some weird stuff. But this time, hullabaloo,
Wow, that was incredibly fast. Damage in the world.
Looks like the mission area is yours to have now.
There's no dash, kill him. Contributing a lot to the team right now, as you can see.
Like, Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna use the Gambit, or yeah, Gambit. It's fine.
Thank you so much.
BP in this economy is crazy.
Okay, Mr. 6'7".
Huh? Oh.
Bro, sit there, your name. What do you mean, huh?
Let's wait for Thor. Okay, let's go. Bring in. Oh, I don't have any fucking cards. It's over. The fact that I can just dodge it. Oh my god. Okay, that was 2 ults. You guys gotta relax a little bit. Fucking dog shit character. Oh, I love being a BBG. How much healing do you have?
14k.
15k. I'm such a BBG.
The gambler.
And you want to send it out in front of yourself?
No, okay.
Yeah. So, final. Holy shit.
Are they invisible? Yeah.
Mm. A barrel. I highly doubt that's true. One day, well,
Welcome to Real Talk with Wendy Darling, and I'm Wendy. So, Tim Pool recently said that if he lost everything, that he would happily go live in a van down by the river. I did that for about 10 years. I loved it. So, Tim Pool, I challenge you. I challenge you to living in a van down by the river. And let you, because I don't think you can handle it.
Weirdo. Part of handling it. That's the issue for Tim. It would be the no security and people shooting at him. Kind of a crazy
You guys are fighting. This is normal. This is normal. Sorry, now what's wrong with off of my Eli, you took that off of his Legos. You can make your own thing. Give you a Lego. Police station, I think you need this guy. Let's give me that
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Probably end up staying here, but I'd want to go with.
I hope the guy in the back. I hope the guy in the back. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. No? Oh, okay.
Invisible?
I'll be back in action soon.
Now on the stream. Wait, am I streaming too much longer or later? Give an account.
I don't care.
The guy's one in the back. One in the back.
Ew.
More dead.
Thank you.
I died, but I got a kill, so now I'm 7-7. We skipped it. I'm just gonna stop reading chat. Now we're actually doing really well. Notice how when I put all my focus into the game and actually not you guys are like 50-50, great things happen. It's
Sweet.
oh, Clark, man.
Why are you being a little baby? You want it? Oh, you're crying like a baby.
You won't throw it at me.
You threw it at him. Hey, what are you doing?
But
Ask.
anything.
Here, mama.
Hey, not mom.
Did you not hear mama? You may have a Skittle.
Yeah. Someone. How many can I have?
Couple.
Okay. Thank you. And Yay!
Fantastic. Hurt.
Wait, I'm feeling it! I'm feeling it! Oh, he's bouncing on it! I'm feeling it! I'm feeling it! Oh, I'm not feeling it! I'm not feeling it. Ooh! Ooh! Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Oh, chat! Woo! Watch the chat, watch this, ready? 720? Run away! Zanema!
But did have a
Zanema, chat. I was scared. I was scared. I didn't expect for that guy to die.
Look somewhere. What happened in Savannah?
Ranked?
Oh shit, we hit the low rank.
Oh.
No, you were a G. You're hanging out with the pros. You're hanging out with the pros now. Not you're hanging out with Trust Me, level 1 Crook, J3. I consider myself. Yo, trust me, you would pick me up as like.
Party!
Yo, I could ride the back. I could get you guys water if you need it.
Oh, they have venom.
They do have that.
Wolverine? The guy with the side.
That one.
Yeah, come on.
And he's like that. He's very good.
Good job, Daredevil. Good one.
Quick one. Not anymore.
No magnets, help!
Break that beacon. Break that beacon. Break it. There's 18 million people playing the game.
Crazy. Alright, I think I'm gonna call the stream here so I can play intermittent and brainless for a little bit. Been out for the short bit that I've been on. Appreciate it. Good night and God bless.